Today's video, I'll be showing you my FPL team for this upcoming 2026-2020 season Premier League season. So this is the team that I have. I think there's some common themes that people are going for, such as Bruno Szoboszlai, Guardiola, Kinski, Haaland, João Pedro, Calvert-Lewin. But I do have, I think, some things that are different. I'll go through the entire team. The reason why I've chosen... Now, chosen these players. Now, I had a different team, or a slightly different team. Made some adjustments. The big player I had was Isak. This is because Ekatike is injured. Isak would be playing the number 9. He's got a new manager. He's got full preseason up ahead of him. But then, for 9... I think he will do good. But for 9 mil, there are some maybe cheaper alternatives. And me removing Isak kind of helped me bring in some other players. Now, I'm going to start from top to bottom. In net, Kinski. I think, what's the pick rate for Kinski? I would love to know Kinski's. How can I see his team selected? Does it not? I'd like to know. Oh, there. 20%. That is 1/5 of all FPL players have selected Kinski. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't. I haven't. Okay. He is going to be their main keeper, right? I think he's been the one in preseason. Vicario didn't even travel on preseason to Asia for Tottenham. But I will say though, Tottenham, there's just some games where maybe they can keep a clean sheet. Like you look at the the 3 home games. Maybe Forest. So there's potential. He's gonna be facing a lot of shots as well. So, and he's 4.5 million. Tottenham's keep is 4.5 mil. The other one, I've opted. So if you're gonna choose an Arsenal, you either go with Arsenal defenders or you just choose their keeper. Now, I think I'm better off. Now, Gabriel, I love Gabriel, but I think I'm better off just having Raya. Arsenal's defense is obviously incredible, and Raya, I think he won the Golden. I might be wrong, but I think he did win the Golden Glove. He's got a 31% pick rate. He's only, 6 mil. I think is pretty expensive for a keeper. Yeah, he's the most expensive keeper by how much? By, there's only a few other keepers that are under him by 0.5 mil. Obviously, expensive option, the most expensive keeper, but he got 163 points last. He's averaged roughly 50 something points across the last 4 years in the Premier League. He's got an incredible. The defense hasn't got. Have Arsenal signed a defender? They signed Tozolis and Guimaraes. No, they haven't. But the defense is good. You obviously could bring in one of their defenders, but I've opted to just have the keeper. Should be getting a clean sheet against Coventry. Obviously, then there's like the 2 tough games. Maybe a Chelsea clean sheet. You never know at home. But yeah, I think it's a good choice. Have Raya, have Kinski. Raya will probably start majority of the games, but I think in certain games, Tottenham should be keeping clean sheets. Like, no offense to home games against like the easier teams, he should be keeping clean sheets. Now let's head to the defense. We're gonna go from left to right. Konsa. Now I've been seeing. I don't know who people are selecting. Maybe as a Villa defender. I think people do have Villa defenders. I might be wrong about that. I think people are picking Cash because he's a right back. He's obviously gonna be playing a lot of their games. Now this could change depending on how I feel. But for now, obviously there's this whole DEFCON thing. I'm not a nerd. Like I'm not saying those guys are nerds, but I'm not really gone. I've gotten a bit more. Obviously, I have a bit of ball knowledge, but I also just have a bit of vibes feeling. I just feel like Konsa, I don't know. Because he can score from corners as well. Obviously, Cash can score goals and get assists, but I don't know. I'd rather choose Konsa. Also, I don't think I actually have many centre backs. Maybe this is the only other. Maybe I think two. I think I have two centre backs. So I've opted to go with Konsa as one of them. Obviously, the first 2 games are very. I would say tough. Then it gets a bit easier from there. So hopefully Villa can keep clean sheets. Maybe Konsa gets the odd goal. The other one where not much people don't have, and obviously he got 113 points last year. He only got 1 goal, 2 assists. I don't think he's an FPL player, but I've chosen him because I think he will become an FPL player this season. He's a really good defender. Coyote, right? Really good. But people, obviously Troy Furt. I think there's going to be a lot of people choosing Troy Furt, right? Or Tarkowski is the other defender that you could have chosen instead of Konsa. But Coyote, and no, he's not. I don't think he's probably not. He isn't. He isn't an FPL player. He's a good defender. He will do well. But is he an FPL one? Maybe not. But I've chosen him because why not? I'm gonna give him trust. I think if he can. Obviously, last year he was good, right? Really impressive with the long throws. That's the big thing he was known for. And I think Brentford have improved their team. They haven't really lost anyone except for Jordan Henderson, which obviously it's not really that big of a loss. He only had him. It's not like he was a club legend or something. It's only a 1 season they had him for. So I think I'm gonna trust in him. Now Coventry, I think I have some cheap. There's this Coventry, Hull, and you're gonna have a Coventry, Hull, or Ipswich player in your team because of their price. I've opted with Ewick. He's a right back, Dutch right back. I don't know if Coventry will play a back three or not, but if they do, he might play as a wide centre back. Now, Coventry, obviously, they have City, Arsenal away, but you never know. As a right back, he may contribute to some goals, get some assists. We'll see. He's 4 mil, so I think he's good. He's an attacking threat. Guardiola. It seems like he's gonna be really important for Maresca. Obviously, you got Gay, Diaz, Kushanov, and maybe another defender. But Guardiola, obviously, last year he was injured. He got injured near this midpoint of the season. But before that, 123 points, 153 in his most fittest campaign, 153 points. Now the thing is, I don't know how City are going to go. New manager, obviously the signings. Elliot Anderson potentially, Enzo Fernandez and Boyardi. We'll see. But I've opted with Guardiola because it's 5.5. I think it's a decent price. And the other guy, my last defender, who also, I don't actually have any, I'm looking at this. Guardiola can play left back, but he's going to be a centre back. I don't have any left backs. I've got 3 right backs and 2 centre backs. Mukiele. Sunderland, they haven't made any signings. They've only made one, and it's Munir. Mukiele can play centre back or right back. I think he'll obviously start over Munir. I think having a Sunderland player, at least one, you got to have, because they've got some favourable fixtures. Obviously, they have 2 tough games. One of them, though, is at home against Arsenal. It's not an away game to Arsenal. But Sunderland, yes, they do play in Europe. I understand that. But I don't know. I think they have a favourable start. If they can get momentum, I think it's a good choice. Obviously, he's got a knock, which hopefully does start. In the midfield, we're going to start from right to left this time. Lefebvre. Penalty kick taker, set piece taker, can score goals, can then do assists, and he plays for Sunderland, who has a favourable fixture start. Perfect player for 6 million. Such a cheap option, man. 6 million. He bagged nearly 150 points. Pretty much 150 points. He's such a good player. Such a good player. And he's got the penalty. He's their penalty kick taker, which I think is massive. Bruno Fernandes. You're going to have to go big, go home. Buy him. He delivered 235 points last year with 9 goals and 24 assists. Favourable start, including a City at home. You never know. If I'm a Man United fan, right? Yes, there's going to be tough games. It's not going to be easy games. But if you really want to say the tough game, the first tough game is probably even Chelsea. I don't know. Arsenal way? Genuinely, if there's good momentum in these games, you never know. These 3 games will be tough. But I think Bruno's most people. I think nearly half of FPL have him. And then Szoboszlai, mate, he's gonna be the penalty kick taker this year. Salah's gone. I don't think Isak will take pens. I think Szoboszlai will. He's a set piece taker. He can score free kicks for a living. Corner taker. He can score goals. He can assist. Last year, 160 points. Liverpool, Yes, maybe preseason hasn't gone well. I'm not sure. I haven't been watching. They haven't made all the signings yet. They brought in Araujo and Victor Munoz, and they've lost Salah. Obviously, they've lost Kanate. They've got a new centre back in Yeremy Yaket. But their start looks favourable. Again, it's another thing of if they can pick up momentum, and you never know. A home game against City and a home game against Arsenal, like yes, they're gonna be tough games, but it's at home at Anfield. So yeah, and for 7 mil, I think Sabozza is a good pick. Now, these are like I think the two picks that maybe people haven't done. I'm not sure. Awobi, not even 1%. This one, it's a shot in the dark. Fulham in crazy start. Chelsea at home. I mean, like these two games may be winnable, but yeah, tough. I mean, then they follow up with three promoted teams. I think Fulham may struggle this season due to losing manager, losing Raul Jimenez, maybe not making all the signings they want to make right now. Obviously, they've only brought in Cesar Palacios and Gonzalo Garcia, but I think Iwobi, he's someone that can just pick up goals and assists, and I think with Raul Jimenez leading, I think he may be the penalty kick taker. I'm not too sure, but he can play everywhere. He can play left wing, 10, right wing, 6, 8. He can play anywhere. So I think it's a decent choice to have. For 5.5, I don't think it's bad. Njai, we know what he can do. The thing is, I don't know if he's an... I don't think... He's not really an FPL player. It's a similar thing to Coyote. That Coyote and Njai, two really good players. But is he an FPL player? I just don't... I'm not too sure. And like, for 6 million, there's maybe better alternatives. But I'm just going to hope he can have a good season. Maybe a bit overhyped last year, like 9 goal contributions in your second season in the Prem for Everton. Could have been better, but hopefully Everton. Tarek George, I think he had he's having a good preseason, but the I think in Jai, Grin Grealish joined and Jai had to play on the right, which I think he can play on the right. It's just that he's so dangerous on the left. That's why. But yeah, hopefully he can explode this season. I think Everton, there's some winnable games there, some goals and assists and Jai can get. Now in the attack, Haaland, like 1/4 of FPL have him. Come on, come on now. It's a risk. I mean, I don't think it's a risk. It's worth it. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. Nothing else to say. Calvert-Lewin, I think this is the obvious. My attackers are just so generic. I couldn't. I originally had Haaland, Isak, and I had Isak, and then I had where is he? Beto. That was my attack, and I realized there's a risk there, and I could maybe spend the money elsewhere. And a little bit of because Isak costed 9 mil, I could spend the money better else. So I have Calvert-Lewin, generic. Everyone's pretty much choosing him like 1/4 of FPL. The thing is though, if he can stay fit, he's a penalty. He takes pens. He can score from anywhere, pretty much headers. You get the whole gist. His first full fit season in a very long time, and he went on to get 14 goals, nearly his best season, and he got 142 points. With Leeds, they look promising. They've brought in Mahimovic, Trafford, maybe another signing. I'm not too sure. Favorable fixture start. If they have a good start, momentum could carry into these games. It's not a bad choice to have. And then the last guy, I think, João Pedro. You gotta have João Pedro, right? He can play in the 10. He could play on the left. He can play at the number 9. If Palmer is not playing in certain games, he's the penalty kick taker. Maybe he can take free kicks. He's acrobatic. He can score anywhere. The only issue is Chelsea have a bunch of players. Chelsea, with that, half of FPL have him. I think he's like gonna be one guy that will be in Xabi Alonso's starting. Like it's gonna be complicated with Chelsea this year, but the one thing I think that will be constant is João Pedro starting for them. And for 7.5, you compare it with like other players, like he costs the same as like Havertz and Thiago and Isak cost more than him. Obviously, I understand why Thiago, because of last year. Isak, because of Isak. But, like, to think that he's cheaper than those two, and he's the same price as, like, Havertz and Gyökeres, with how he's a maybe as a striker these guys are on similar levels, but as a footballer, all round footballer, João Pedro is magical footballer. So yeah, that is my FPL team. Obviously, there's some things that people also have, like a Bruno, a Haaland, a Szoboszlai, maybe a Guardiola, maybe a Kinski, and a João Pedro Cavill. I think my attack is just very generic. I think it's where the difference between my team to everyone else's team is probably the defense. Maybe some people have Guardiola, Mukiele, Coyote. I'm not too sure, but it's very different. I originally had some crazy teams I've been making up, and this is the team I'm gonna settle with. If you're wondering what's my first, I'm opting with this. The on the bench Kinski, because I think Brentford will score against Tottenham. There's a little more likely a chance of Raya keeping a clean sheet than Kinski in the first match week. I have a feeling Villa may lose or not win. Obviously, Coventry are playing Arsenal away, and Iwobi, he could be my team. I'm not sure yet. For now, though, I have Raya starting because Coventry at home. Mukiele and Lefay. They have newly promoted Ipswich. Their squad's not really changed, meaning they're not going to have to gel with really any new players, meaning I think they might stay the same, which people may not think is a good thing, but for now I think it's a good thing. Obviously, as the season progresses, they hopefully they make signings when the window closes. I think Guardiola will start. He's the one that's been playing in pre-season, so I think he'll start. Coyote, he may pick up an assist against Tottenham. That's why I have him over like Constant Ewick. Bruno, it's Bruno. Njai, Palace at home. That's gonna be a tough game, but Njai could be a difference maker. Obviously, Lefay and supposedly Lefay and Bruno, like they just it makes sense. João Pedro, he'll probably start and he may pick up a goal and assist. Haaland, I think he can cook in the first. He always cooks on match day one, and then Calvert-Lewin against Forest. That's just a shot in the dark. I'm hoping Calvert-Lewin gets a goal. So yeah, that's my. I'm not really gonna do another FPL video. Maybe at the end of the season I will, but I'm not gonna make any videos throughout the season. Maybe I might make some on my TikTok or whatever. But other than that, this is the only FPL video I'm gonna make. So yeah, I'll see you at the next video. Don't know when. Peace.